Yes,
15
indeed.
years old.
Yes, indeed.
And what does Charmaine mean to you? Is your eyes gonna sweat?
It might if I get air.
Woo!
Air. Oxygen. Life.
Yes.
Come on.
Say that.
Safe place, safe haven.
Thank you, Mom.
Yes, indeed.
Rescuer.
Y'all had no idea about that one already.
For a person as emotional as I am, it's hard for me to show it past my tears. A real callous type heart, but whenever I look in your eyes, it weakens me. Oh man.
That did it for me.
Matt, you gotta come back because you gotta do it. Matt, you gotta come back.
When I've never been able to lie to you.
That's big. He's lied to many hoes.
Mine's like, for y'all that don't know, whenever she touches you and you're trying to keep your guard up, it's almost like water and salt. It just dissipates. It just disappears. It's nothing left there of me but just a little boy. Just vulnerable. I love you. You've never did anything to me to hurt me. You've only done things to help me. You made me your son. Many nights I didn't have anywhere to go. You know, you open the door. You never close it on me. And you're responsible, believe it or not, for my growth. For me being a man, for me, you know.
Thank you, Mom.
And she never had to hit me.
You should have.
For the record, what she does is she grabs me and she says, Corey, look at me. Tell me what you've been doing. And I say, and I let it go. So, you know, it is what it is.
Okay, so I need Dennis and Matt together. Because my mama said she wanted her kids here today. And okay, well you just stand with Dennis. Come on, Dennis.
Mimi, please. I can't. I'm already.
Go ahead and talk.
I can't.
Come on, squeaky voice.
Go ahead. I'm gonna just tell you I love you. You know, what can I say? When I was about 14.
Yeah, 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Right here, girl. Tracy, tell him her.
He just did a lot for us. Everybody that used to come around, all my boys, I used to bring all my boys over there. You never turned us around. And as bad as I was in the streets, when I came around you, I was just real humble. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You know, you just showed us love. That's all I can say. And I love you.
Carmen.
Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt.
I listen. I don't know how we get through this because Corey killed me with
The oxygen.
Baby, weak with the weak. No, the weakness. He said the.
He said when I look in your eyes, it just
Made him weak.
But no, real talk. Real talk. We've been part of this family for over 45 years. We're not friends, we family. I remember trying to go into work at night
Yep.
And worry about Tina and Mimi. And me and Biz, a couple other fellas told her, you ain't never got to worry about them as long as we're around.
That's what they say.
Her house was, like Corey said, like Biz says, was always open to us. But it was open to us because we was there and we took care of her babies. We did that. And I would never, and life changed that. I love you from the bottom of my heart to the top of my soul and my spirit. Happy birthday.
Wow. Okay. Carmen, did you want to go?
I'm after you, so.
Why you got me out here like this?
Come on.
So now.
I hate speaking. I don't like that.
I do too.
However, I lost my mother when I was 14 years old.
My Lord.
And my brother was friends with Tina. And he was like, you have to meet my friends. And when I met Tina, Tina became a big sister. They took me in, you took me in. And I remember like Miss Rhonda be at work, I'd be in her bed, she'd just come in her bed.
Take your time.
My own family didn't treat me like what you did. And you're so selfless. You open your heart to people around you, even you don't know them, you still show everybody love.
Everybody.
And I love you for that, and I love you for everything you've done for me, and I love your children, Mimi and Tina.
We got you. We always will.
That you all have been there for everything. I just want to say thank you. I love you. Happy birthday. You are my rock. Everybody's rock.
You know you my baby. Come on.
Ava, it's your turn.
No, it's not.
You said you was next.
It is.
I said I was.
Everybody gonna get a turn now.
Now it's on me. Okay, y'all got the early years. I came in later.
That's all right.
But I moved here by myself. I didn't have family. Still don't have family here. But
Yeah, you
it was
do.
never.
Look around you.
It was never even questioned if I was hungry, if I needed anything, if I needed a talk, if I needed a hug. It wasn't even asked. You knew the needs, and you just gave it. You gave it to me when I've been asking, unselfishly, and that just it's hard to put in words when you're by yourself and you don't let nobody know you're by yourself. But you understood that, and you always told me, I'm my favorite. I don't care what y'all say. But then she stepped in, just, effortlessly, and just accepted me for who I was, where I was in my growth time. We were out there. I know we were out. But you accepted that. You didn't judge us. You let us do our things as long as we were safe. We made it home. We didn't bring any harm to you or anything. But my thing is like not having a mom here. I have my mom, but not having a mom here. Mm-hmm. And you never turned me away from anything. Anything. Even when I didn't have anywhere to live. Yeah. Homeless. Homeless. Mm. I was living with Mimi. Hey. But we made it. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Okay, Tracy, Delana, and Cheryl. I need the trio.
Trio. Oh, she said Tracy, Delon, and Cheryl. Oh, trio.
Oh, and Yvonne, come on.
And Yvonne too. Yvonne said what? Yeah, you
Let me go first.
She said
So, I don't have much to say. But for this to be the first year that my mom was gone, for me to be here, to let you know
what you mean to me.
Yes, Lord.
That's that.
So I love you, and you, everything everybody has said for the first time that you met me in Boris. It was hard, but I say I'm gonna go because it's you.
I love you, precious.
I love you too.
Anytime. Anytime.
My dog. I'll be quick. So, like, I'm the later part of the Friends, right? So, met Mimi in the choir and Tina, of course, in the choir. But when I met Miss Rhonda, it was always Mama. My mom wasn't here at the time, but we did eventually move her here. But you treated me as like I was one of yours. And I want to say happy 70th, and I love you.
All right.
I think you should tell a story when you had that outfit.
I'm gonna tell that.
Oh, I know
Let's start by
that.
that too.
Okay, so I'm a later friend also. As I told you, then I ain't tell you I'm Tina and Mimi's best friend, the later friend.
It's been over 20 years.
This is true story.
Yes.
I met Tina, unlike them, not in the choir stand. We weren't in the choir yet. We were sitting at church. This beautiful thing beside me told me, oh, I'm gonna be out of town working, but we'll get together when I come back. I said, oh, okay. So I'm thinking she's a corporate girl like me. She didn't tell me she was all that and then some. She was on the road singing. But from Tina, I met Mimi. Mimi was just the big sister at the time, right? So I think me and Tina probably got on the nerves more than anything, because they were living together. And then there was the time that Bruce was doing a recording. So now this time we're all in the choir. We're getting ready to sing Bruce's original music, and we gotta wear silver and blue.
Gotta know Bruce.
Silver and blue. So I said, okay, I done picked me a little outfit. I'm gonna go get the material because there's a lady in the choir that says she can sing. Mimi, I know you're gonna put it on social media. Miss Melissa, I'm gonna share our story. But Miss Melissa sold me this outfit, y'all. And do you remember the episode of
The Huxtables?
Cosby's? When Theo tried to sew the shirt. Lisa made that shirt.
Gordon Cottrell.
Gordon Cottrell shirt. That's how my outfit looked.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm mad. And Miss Melissa, what's wrong with it?
And I'm everything.
Were you drinking something when you sold it? So Mimi and Tina says, my mama can fix that. My mama sews. So I met Miss Rhonda. We met at the house. I bring the outfit over. And Miss Rhonda says, baby. I don't know what she was trying to do for you. But there's nothing I can do. She told me you're going to make yourself, you're going to go down on Harwin and try to find you an outfit.
I can't do it.
The recording was like that weekend. So that's when me and Miss Rhonda. Melissa. Since that time, Miss Rhonda has been my other mother. My mother was not living here at the time. She was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. But eventually my mom moved here. So we just gonna fast forward to the significant part. I heard Carmen say she lost her mom at 14. I lost my mom at 50. And I felt like a 5-year-old losing my mom. But Miss Rhonda, when my mother was diagnosed with cancer, helped me walk through that journey as a cancer survivor herself, as a nurse, helping me tell my mom what she needed to do, what the journey would be like. So Miss Rhonda has been a mom to me all this time, because anytime I say me and Tina are friends, no we're not. You're my sister. We are sisters. I don't know what you're talking about. So it has been real clear. These are my sisters, and this is my other mother. She is the mother that stood in the gap. She talked to my mom. She prayed with my mom. She walked my mom through her journey. We lost my mom 2 years ago. And Miss Rhonda was there with me every step of the way and has continued to be there for me. So Miss Rhonda, you know how much I love you. Because we have been through the fire and back, right?
That's right.
So she's a constant. Unlike your other children, I've never had to move in with her. I was able to keep a roof over my head, but I know that she would have allowed me to if I needed to. So Miss Rhonda, you know I wouldn't have missed your 70th birthday. Happy birthday. You celebrated birthdays with me with my mom. I appreciate you for everything you've done, everything you do. And for these two knucklehead daughters. I love them so much. So happy birthday.
Okay, TT, it's your turn. You close it out. Oh, I'm talking about Yvonne.
And y'all leave me behind her.
Well, I had to go behind Cheryl, so.
I'm the sheriff.
She
Real quick too. Like to say, it's been over 20 years.
Yeah. Wow.
And we were just talking about the house over in A-Leaf or whatever we all used to go with the pool. Yeah, with the pool. I was like, okay. Yes, it's been a long journey meeting this. My mother has been around, but at the time when I met these ladies, I was in the middle of divorce. Yeah. And they became my family to help me deal with that. Yeah. Because after going through the divorce, after being there 18 years, I didn't know, and I joined the church with them in the choir, and they became my second family that made me get through it. Yeah. And I just don't know how to say. I just thank you, Mom. I love you. I love you. And I wouldn't have missed this. I don't care what I had to do. I was thank you. Happy birthday. Love you.
TT.
Where James at?
Yeah, get your.
Tell him to come on in.
And Dante.
And Dante.
Okay,
Y'all
TT.
already know that the boys gonna cry buckets.
I can't wait.
Hide from emotion.
I'm just telling you, Jay, they say, oh, you just the whole ass.
She's trying to get your mama that candy.
Okay, so we grew up in a house with one of the most amazing parents.
Yes, talk about it.
You know, when my daddy wasn't doing,
Your
stuff, he was cool too sometimes.
Hold on. You're not ready for y'all. Anybody else? I'm not ready for y'all.
So, okay, have you guys ever heard of these things called chemtrails?
Yes.
Right? So when a plane, right? But I want to turn it into something beautiful.
Okay.
So we're her chemtrail. Because when I go out into the world, I represent my mother.
My Lord.
I'm on tour right now. And the people there think I'm so kind and gracious and And I am, people. And I am. Daddy wrong. I'm saying this to say that when I go out into the world, the way I was raised, it's a reflection of her. She was the mother who said, "Oh, you want to sing?
Go do it.
Go do it. Oh, you want to build skyscrapers? You could do it." Yeah. I'm gonna tell you a story. And at the time, it was the worst thing I had ever experienced in my life. It was a Christmas, and I was 12. This particular Christmas, every box made me open. It was Breakaway, Adidas, it was Pumas, it was Adidas hats. You know what I mean? Everything. Every gift that I opened just didn't give me gifty vibes, you know? I just do it.
You know, there were like lecture books and there were notebooks and just a lot of stuff, writing pens. Right? So I'm getting all these whack ass gifts. Right?
Hey,
But
y'all pay attention. She going somewhere.
it's this big box. I'm like, I know this is a talking Cabbage Patch, okay? That's all I want. I open up the box.
Take your time.
I open up the box. It's a globe. It's a globe. Because she had the foresight to know that I would see all those places on that globe. So a girl who didn't have a college education,
Come on now, T.
who got her GED,
Take your time.
even then, she was like, "You smart. You wasting time, right? Do your thing. One day you're gonna see all these places."
Yes, indeed.
I have seen Africa, I have seen Asia, I have seen Australia, I've been every place you could think. I've been to Africa, I've put my feet on the motherland with no shoes on, all because this woman told me I could.
Come on now.
You can. And it doesn't matter what class of life you come from. All of us, she's always like just been this person to just lift you up to tell you that you could. She was my hope. She is my lighthouse. She is my refuge. She is my link to God. She's the first person to tell me truly. I saw it through my aunties, my great aunt and my grandma. But this is a representative of God. The way she walks, the way she talks, how she moves, how she speaks, how she lives. Even if she never steps foot in a church, she is one. She's been a church to all of us.
All right. You sure right. You said a mouthful right there. I promise
So
you.
from the bottom of my heart, to know that we could have lost you twice. That's the grace of God.
She refused. God had a plan and a purpose. Come on now. She refused.
Your strength. Whether you got a physical muscle or not, you're the strongest person that I know. I watched you work through cancer twice.
Right.
You told cancer, oh no, not today.
Not today. Anything.
That's the power of the tongue. Speaking things as though they were. We didn't need a daddy because we had one. And when Michael wasn't present, you were.
Yes, indeed.
And God was gracious enough to give us this one over here who laughed when I said all the time. I'm not perfect, right? And y'all all know me. Sometimes I got a temper, sometimes I can do, but the reality of it is that y'all know if any of y'all call me if you need something, the way she raised me, I'll be there.
Yes,
If you're going through something, I'll lay my life on the line for you because that's the way she raised me to be. I'll give you my last. I'll feed you. If you need a roof over your head, I'll give it to you. If you need shoes, if you need clothes, my clothes might be too big, but hell, turn it into 2 outfits. I'll give it to you.
Well, look, I don't want to pay rent no more. Cause
Mama, from the bottom of my heart, flying here to see you, I couldn't miss it. I even told myself before I got on the plane, man, I'm sleepy, I can't do this. And then the MD said, the kind of person that you are, you would beat yourself up if you missed your mama's 70th birthday. And I said, you know what, you're absolutely right. So I got my sleepy ass on the plane and covered up with a blanket and probably snored next to the lady that was next to
She all right.
to you.
She all right.
I will do whatever it is that is required to let you know from the bottom of my heart, you are mine. I don't mind sharing you, but you are mine. And you make every person in this room feel like they're your favorite.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a word.
Right.
I'm about to say it too. I'm about to say it too, but you are my favorite.
No,
kid. Y'all don't count. You about the fourth boy.
I'm gonna cut it short because
I was the loudest one. That's how I made the
What you
impact.
for 48 years, Mama?
I mean,
Come on, Dante.
You are the love of my life.
It's on, bro. Nah, it's
And
on me
you
and
are
bro.
the most beautiful human being that I've ever had the honor to call my mom. And you are my friend.
amen.
I love you, Mama.
I love you, y'all.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Mimi. Let the boys go. They done toughened themselves up in this moment. They done toughened. They've been running for 15 minutes. Right there.
Cause if Mimi go right now,
Oh,
it's
they
gonna
got
shut
it.
everything down. It's done.
They got that
It's
juice in
done.
them right there.
If
Let
Mimi
them
go,
go.
Let them go. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this.
This is my mama's grandbaby, and this is her nephew. And
Who is
they-
her grandbaby?
And yeah.
Yo, baby.
And they gonna tell mama.
Okay, oh, she got it.
She up there with her daddy. They want to say,
said
well,
you
mama
go
married
first,
them.
too.
Which one of y'all
She
going
right
with?
here. Oh wait, no, she in there with Carson.
Baby, that's about to be a CEO. Which one?
All right, come on.
Alright, so I ain't gonna try to cry. I'm not gonna. I don't want to do it.
Go ahead.
I remember when you got cancer the first time, and I think this before you was staying with us, and my mama was back and forth on the road. I had to watch you go through chemo. I had to help you do a lot of stuff, clean your room, help you with your car. You was real sick, you know what I'm saying? You still used to pick me up from school. You'd take me to football practice. You used to do a lot. And you was sick. I remember you was losing your hair. I remember when I got in trouble. I got in trouble in Dallas. And y'all really could have left me and been like, shit, deal with it. But you came and helped. My auntie came and helped. But I know everything you did, you helped me with a lot. I didn't got in too much trouble where really I should have been done for. And every time I know I can call you, you always gonna help me. Even when I was bullshitting, didn't have no jobs, wasn't trying to do nothing, was just wasting life. You was still, I got you. I send it. You need this, I'm gonna send it to you. So no matter what, I always knew you had my back. And I hope that I can try to live up to the expectations, you know what I'm saying? Because you done did so much, it's not nothing I could really do to, you feel me, to even amount to that. I don't even really got the words, so I'm just trying to make sure I live at least a half decent life to make you proud. You know what
Right there.
Okay, Dante, it's on
Sorry,
you.
you guys just show some
Cause
You can't forget about Mike.
What? Oh wait, no wait. I'm not speaking.
Come on, hot shot.
I'm not speaking.
Come on, Dante, you got it, baby.
I turn into a baby.
Huh? No, let me finish.
How long, Poo-Poo? You gotta wait. Go see with Coco.
Yeah. Well, as you know, Mama, you always loved me, dog, regardless of the type of nigga I was and the shit I was doing. I remember you came to stay with us at the crib, you know. You buy a fly, you feel me? I was in the streets every night. And I remember coming home, you know what I'm saying? You would be up waiting for me to get there because you knew I was out there tweaking. No. I'ma just tell you this. All the shit that you know I did, man, the crazy shit, shooting a nigga outside, trying to take your car, all kind of shit.
Turn the video off.
But I know, you told me, when I was in the streets, you said, man, if your ass go to prison, I ain't never coming to see your ass. You said, I swear to God, I don't not go to jail, even when my husband was going to jail and shit, I'm not coming to see you. And people took 2 of my parole dates, and you were there with my auntie. They took my shit twice. Cause I was in the acting a motherfucking fool. I wasn't supposed to do 3 years. I was only supposed to do 6 months. You came in there, smiling at me, trying to hold your tears because you knew crying wasn't gonna make me no better in there. And that shit drive me to finish the rest of that 1.5 years with no problems. After you came and see me, I ain't have a squabble, I ain't have a debate. With 9 niggas in there for 1.5 years. I thank you, son, cause you heard me. finish that time off like a man. I'll love you forever. And you made me a planner. Now I'm gonna get this shit done for you.
All right. Me, Michelle. Me, Michelle.
Okay. So when my mom came to me, for those of y'all don't know, I'm the firstborn.
I need a drink on this. I need a drink on this one because I ain't gonna make it past the first 2 minutes. I ain't gonna make it past the first 2 minutes.
And for a long time, it was just she and I. We lived in a big house with my grandparents and my aunts and uncles. But it was just me and mama. That was my ride or die. And if she dropped me off at the babysitter, I remember I would cry. I had separation anxiety from her. When we had Tina, I was like, you can't take her back. You promised me a brother. And fast forward, when I moved to Houston, my sister was already here. And I moved here and moved to Ailey. And I looked up and I had so many brothers. I mean, brothers from everywhere. Half of them are not here. Well, my mom never wants to party. She never wants to get dressed. She never wears makeup. I tried to put a wig on her. She don't do that. And I said, my mom said she wants a party and she wants all of her children here.
Yes, indeed.
And I was like, I said, you better not down me. Daddy ain't waiting on you. But me and Tina, it's just been for all my life. Me, Tina, and mama. And for the most part, I always felt.
Come on. You got it.
I felt like I was her disappointment. Because in the 10th grade, I dropped out of high school. I stopped going to school for 2 weeks. And all my brothers that was here, they would use my number, I'm telling. I have their teacher call if they in school. And I would see their number. I was like, oh, I'm the aunt. They're sick. And we would just be at home.
Oh, Lord. That's me plenty of time.
You telling family secrets.
Me and my mom and my sister, we have always been thick as thieves. She's taught me how to love. She's taught me how to work. She's taught me how to survive. She's taught me how to treat people. She's taught me how to go get it. And even though I dropped out of school, she said, you could be whatever you want to be.
Yes, indeed.
And I said, well, I want to be a superstar. I thought I was going to be a rapper. And she was like, well, you're a superstar, but you're going to get these kids out my kitchen. I was going there at home. Yeah. She said, she came home from work. I'm sitting on the couch. I have been sitting there 2 weeks. She said, come on, let me check you out properly. Let me check you out right. Even after one of my teachers told me, you're not going to amount to anything. You're going to be a loser. And I just looked at her and I was like, my mom was like, just get your stuff, let's go. She said, you're going to get your GED. I got my GED, went straight to cosmetology school. And when my friends were in, I was kind of jealous. They're in school, they getting ready to go to prom. That's why everything I wanted to be, I wrote in that book. I went to prom in the book. I graduated in my book. I made Tina the valedictorian in the book because I felt like she followed my lead and Tina never made under a B. She had no reason to get a GED. She was an AB student, but when I got my GED, she got her GED. She went to nail tech school. She does lashes when she want to feel like it, when she's not traveling. And she's great at it. But I look around this room and I see the brothers that I wanted. I see the sisters that I've always wanted. I have a family that's beyond compare. And that's because mommy allowed that. She would come home from work. After working 3 to 11, 11 to 7. So I'm pretty much raising her.
Remember that every day.
And she's walking over kids like this.
Yes, yeah.
And she don't say, get your ass out my house.
Nothing.
She like, are you hungry? And I woke up one Christmas. And my mom comes out of her room because it's kids all over the floor. She's like, Don't y'all want to be at home with y'all mama for Christmas? We are at home, mama.
Yeah.
That's
She
where we
say,
at.
hold on. She goes in her room. She come out with gifts. Now I would say we weren't rich. I don't know how we was eating sometime. I was making some mystery sandwiches.
I can tell you how we was eating, but I be telling no biz. Curry, I be telling no biz.
I look around at my life. God-fearing woman, loving the Lord.
Yes, indeed.
I think I have a good time, but I think I church more than anybody. But I think that's my foundation and my roots. She kept me in church as a kid.
Yes, indeed.
I started in the choir at 9 years old. Barely could read the hymn book. And Mama, I just want to say this. For those of y'all don't know, my mama was codependent. My daddy was a heroin addict. And we could have been a lot of things. But I look around where I live and I got to drive through the golf course to get here.
Talk about it.
My sister has traveled the world.
Talk about it.
She has met everybody and done everything.
Yes, indeed.
And I wrote a book.
She
Something
sure
I
did.
thought I could never do.
I drive a Range Rover. We were looked at as the failure kids. There were bets on me that I would have kids before I was 18 years old. And when I see the things that we have done, it has nothing to do with me. It has all to do with God poured into her to pour into me.
There you go. Say it again.
So
I don't think they heard you.
I'll say it one more time.
Say it again.
It has nothing to do with me. My gifts are not my own. Me and my sister are the best parts of my parents that God poured into them, that poured into me, and poured into her.
Yes, indeed.
I love you, Mama, from the bottom of my heart. I hope your party was everything that you hoped for, everything that you wished for. Don't let this be your last party. You get them safety pins, you put them on your shirt, and you get your money, baby. You party because life is short. You only live once. God has spared you twice.
Yes.
So I want you to take each moment, breathe it in, and experience life.
Yes, Lord.
Life is more than just your room. Life is more than just your job. Look around at the effects that you have made on these people in this room.
Look at this room.
I have had friends since I was 13.
Put your feet up.
Dennis was the first person I met standing outside my doorstep. Full moon, 2 and 3 quarters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it sure was.
I love you. And I hope that you love it too. I hope I made you proud. I know I was not perfect. I know I made some mistakes. But I love you with every fiber of my soul.
Yes, indeed.
And I know you are a blessing. And I know you are a gift. And I know you are God's grace for me.
Yes, indeed.
So thank you.
Don't hurt me, man.
Thank you.
You done did 700 squats every time she goes squat.
Nervous.
That's right. Don't be nervous, baby. Just listen. If you don't say but a hot second, that's all you got to do. Say but a hot second.
Not the speaker, guys.
You cute though. You cute.
So as y'all may know, I was brought into this family by her grandson.
All right.
And
I got a niece now.
so
Take your time, baby.
it's all right.
Rhonda.
Speaking.
That's what he saw, Rhonda.
I know.
Let it come from
The
your heart.
emotions.
Let it
Okay,
come
but
from your heart.
anyway. Yes, you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I don't even know where to start. Met him in college and we had a kid. As y'all see her running around here right now, I was young.
So
And we were both like 18 at the time. I was just like, I thought my life was over, just distraught. Because I felt like a failure actually, because that was a mistake. Well, it wasn't really a mistake, but it was something that my mom did that I didn't want to repeat. And you know, at the time, being young in a different city, like 2 hours away from home, from all my family, it was a big transition for me because I was kind of trying to lock into the fact that I was about to be a mom and still trying to get through school. And then I got to meet you and Mount Tina and Mimi and everybody. I'm her favorite.
There we go. I'll let you know that.
But got to meet the whole family and everybody just welcomed me with open arms. And you play a big role in that too, because my grandmother is my favorite person in this whole world. So when I got to meet you guys and meeting you, it was like not a place filler, but it let me know that I have somebody that represents her now in this new family of mine. And that was something big for me because
It's okay. You with family.
I know.
Yeah.
But I got mascara on. It's not a lot of things.
Let her run, baby. Sorry, let her run. Let her run. Let her run. There's your napkins. Let her run. Let her run.
That was a really big thing for me. And she's always been a big help with me and James, even when we had Paris. She had her own place, had her own spot in here. She even chose to come move in with us so that we could be, together and have everything right financially, help us out. Like, even though she was just like, oh, I'm just coming here to just be here with you guys. But I know it's because she knew she wanted to help us out and make sure that we were good. Because that's the type of person she is. She's very sweet, very loving. And I just want to say thank you so much. You are the best bonus grandmother that I can ever ask for.
Amen.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Hey.
I love you, baby.
You want to say something?
Oh my God.
She said, oh my God.
Anybody want to say?
Anybody else want to say
Anybody
anything? Going once, going twice. So, Mr. Hicks, close us out, Mr. Hicks.
Close out. Close out, Mr. Hicks.
Thank you. Thank you for your beautiful daughters. Thank you for welcoming me into the family too. You have been such a blessing and inspiration to me. I love you so much, and I'm just glad to be here and be a part of your life.
Amen.
Come on, Mr. Hicks.
Well, I'll start like this. I was sitting in my living room on the corner of Beechnut and Will Creek.
Oh, the A-Leaf. Straight to hood.
And I was comfortable.
Yes, sir.
I was at home comfortable.
From the hip.
And I hear this
I know this story.
on my front door.
Yes, sir.
So I get up and I peep out. I see somebody I don't even know. But I gotta tell you, gotta hold up so I can get decent to open the door. So I opened the door, and I didn't just open the door, I kind of opened the door and said, yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
She said, is your name Mr. Hicks? I said, yes, it is. She said, do you have a son called Pinocchio? I said, yes, I do. And the next question that she asked me shocked me. She said, does Pinocchio steal?
My Lord.
Huh?
Yeah.
And I told her, I don't know for sure, but I can't say he doesn't. And then I invited her in. And she came in, we sat and we talked. And from that conversation, we became very, very good friends. I have a daughter who's not here, was supposed to be here, named Nefertari, who wasn't in Houston at the time. She was in New Iberia. And then Nefertari came down and she was 12, 13, 14 years old, something like that. And at that age, she had questions that, hey, I can't answer these questions, but I know somebody who can.
Yeah. Come on now. Bang.
Rhonda became Nefertari. I didn't. Sometimes I wouldn't know what Nefer wouldn't be home for 2 days, but I didn't worry about it.
Yeah.
So she was over there with him.
Yeah.
Look here. If we weren't both Tauruses and kind of stubborn in our own way, we probably
better
be better
say
because they still trying to get us down.
Yeah. You saw me clean though, man. I'm gonna let you know you clean, man. Hey, razor blade sharp. Hey, that boy razor blade sharp right now, ain't it? Hey, man, look, hold on. Hey, look. Oh, cut my finger. That boy razor blade sharp right now. Let me tell you.
We've been trying to get the man for years.
Amen.
Hold on, y'all. Let him finish.
Oh, let it finish.
Go ahead, Bob.
Go ahead, Daddy.
What's the name of that place?
When you take us to Fame City,
Fame City.
A Monte Carlo. And they would lower my Monte Carlo down so low until I could only drive about 2 miles an hour because it was otherwise the weight would have broke the screen. And then look here, then my little Monte Carlo began to kind of rust out a little bit, so they would just stop about 2 blocks and let us out.
Don't drop us at the front door. Oh no, I got to drop my girls at the front door. You know I was popular. I wasn't trying to have that.
Through it all, even through the sickness and everything. Baby, hey baby, how you doing? You know, she's been a rock friend.
Yes, sir.
And I'm here today because I love her too.
Yes, sir.
I'm here today.
Mr. Hill.
Yes, I do.
He just said I do.
Her birthday is today. My birthday was this past Wednesday.
Happy birthday.
She turned 70, and I turned 79.
Well, listen, man, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be nothing.
Is it my turn now?
Yes,
Mom. Yes, it is. Come on, sexy
Your
dad.
turn, baby.
Don't wipe them off, girl. All right. So, first things first.
Yes, sir.
This is a beautiful occasion.
Yes, it is.
And I am pleased to see all the people that I know and love.
Yeah.
And not one person here I have not had interaction with. Not one person here I don't care about. Now, back in the day, when you children used to come to my house,
Tell him, Miss Rhonda.
I tell you, I would be so exhausted. But when I would see y'all there, I knew it was a reason why you were there. It wasn't about me, really. It was about you needing to be cared for.
Yeah.
And so that was my goal, to make sure that I cared for everybody that came into my presence. Whether you were young, whether you were old, I knew that everybody needed some love. You know, you got to come from a place where people love you in order to love back. I had a beautiful mother. She was the most wonderful woman in my life. She,
Come on,
baby. So people would come to our house when we were growing up, especially young men. She was beautiful. She really was. And they were just floored by the fact that my mother was a beautiful woman, and she would welcome them in. She would give them cookies and milk, and I would be steady saying, y'all need to get out of my house, leave my mama alone, that kind of business. But the one thing I did recognize was that they were comfortable. They didn't do anything out of the way. They just wanted to be there in her presence. Now, I didn't think I was beautiful,
Very beautiful. Oh my God.
However, I did think that I needed to take care of y'all. I did. When I would come home, like I said, and step over people, and then I would say, okay, do we? And I think I would ask, do we have enough cover and stuff like that?
You did.
To cover people up.
You did.
You know, because y'all would be laying there.
I remember that.
on
All
the
in the floor, all
Yeah,
at the front door.
yeah,
Y'all don't
yeah.
even understand.
Still have your clothes on, so I was trying to cover you up, keep you warm and stuff like that. Now I didn't cook no breakfast.
Nah,
That
she
was my thing. They would cook for
Biz
her.
cooked breakfast. Biz would cook breakfast.
Yeah.
Pancakes and sausages and eggs and grits and.
However,
Yes, ma'am.
I would fry some chicken. I fried a lot of chicken. And then I got into that shrimp po' boy thing. I don't know why I was so.
I must have missed the shrimp po' boy.
You must
But go
have,
ahead.
baby. 'Cause I used to do that. But anyhow,
I must have been
you
gone
know,
by that time.
I had enough sense to know that everybody wasn't going to go in the direction that I wanted them to go into.
Mm-hmm.
And I also knew that there was going to be times when my heart was going to be breaking. It was a lot of y'all that I cried about. However, you know, I prayed over that. And I figured that you would come when it was over and come back to me.
Mm.
And you did.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, where's Corey at?
Corey.
I can't get rid of him.
Listen, sometimes you can't get rid of old clothes. You gotta hold on to them. Because you might be able to fit them again.
You still trying to get that child?
That tide ain't washing it out.
But
Right?
you know, I'm proud of y'all. I'm gonna say that. I am really proud of y'all because what you did was you restored my faith in people. Period. You know, you're my family. And when you walk out, I know that you're going home. You have your own families. You have your own kids. And I can bet anybody money that what you have is comparable to what I expect. You
Say
see
it
what I'm
again.
saying?
Say it again. I don't think they heard you the first time. Say it one more time.
We heard what you guys have is comparable to what my expectation.
Is she right about it?
Yes.
All right.
She
Then.
has for you, Corey, and you weren't here.
She called you out, like all the people in this room.
Out of all the, Mr. Hicks, the baby, the cheering. Listen, she looking for you and you wasn't here.
So I need you all to understand that 70. What is that?
Young.
Just a number.
Just a number.
Just a number. I told Mimi, I said, well, I got 30 more years before
There
you
you
see
go.
her.
Amen. Say it again. Say it
I
again.
got 30 more years.
Say it again.
Amen.
Good.
And my intention is that I'm going to drag y'all along with me.
That's all right. Listen, I'd love to be drugged.
Yes.
If you go, listen, as long as you doing the dragging, I'd love to be drugged. Come on, man. Drag me.
I am
Right?
so proud of you guys. I am.
And we're
I'm
proud of
really
you
proud
too,
of
Mama.
you. You know, there are a lot of things that people don't grasp. So a lot of adults out there, and this lady right here, we work together. And so we're working at the high school, and one of the things that we understand is that there is a lack of love,
Yep.
a lack of parenting going on. And if one person, just one person, would take the time to love some kids.
My love.
You see what I'm saying? To love some kids.
Say that again.
What a difference that would be.
Yes.
I'm gonna call Corey out because he's mine. And one of the things that I know about Corey is he has been a good
parents.
Yes, he has. Yes, indeed.
Yolanda and Corey have been good parents.
It's what we do.
So whatever is going on in this life, baby, do not feel bad about what goes on, because in the end, you're just like me. You're gonna see the good in the kids that you parent. You understand that? That's just something that you need to hear.
Yuri.
Okay? All of my parents, you have kids. It ain't always gonna be like you want it to be. Take it from me.
Come on, Bobby Socks and Flowers. Y'all know we were in the courtroom about to go to jail in Bobby Socks and flower dresses, and Mimi was an adult and I was a teenager, right?
19.
Because of something that somebody did to Mimi. And the way the law works is whoever pressed charges first. And my mama knew her girls well enough to know, number one, ain't nobody whooping on her. Well, Mimi did. Now, I tried to stop it. But my mama said, let me get you an attorney. And the attorney said, dress him up in Bobby Socks. You gonna get him some? Pigtails, put bows in their hair, and I kid y'all not. We was two. I've been there with 6 feet tall all my life. So if you could just see me in those Bobby socks,
The ruffle socks.
the ruffle socks.
Oh, yes.
That lace. And to make matters worse, y'all, she bought us patent leather shoes.
Thank you.
Y'all went to court.
Y'all
give us the outcome.
So, okay, so not to interrupt my mom, right? But the kind of woman that she is, right? The face that she had in her children. She got the attorney. We show up to court with this hideous outfit on. Every time we had to go, we had to wear it. And she bought several of them.
What you got?
Maybe you ain't doing it to me.
You gave her some?
Alright. And the young lady that pressed the charges got
You gonna get Mr. Donald some? Alright, go get Mr. Donald some.
She came with coochie cutting jeans on, with her titties out, and the judge saw
I'll
that.
take it. I'll eat
And
it.
he was like, "There's
Thank you,
no
baby.
way that these
Mr.
beautiful, pure virgin, there's no way they did that. Case dismissed." And all I kept saying was, "Damn this dress." But y'all, I will say this. That woman worked a lot of jobs.
She did.
A lot of hours.
A lot of hours.
And particularly to pay for that. Because she didn't want her kids to experience. A lot of y'all know my dad. Y'all know my dad went to prison in just about every state. He could tell me what the Louisiana jail was.
But he taught you how to play spades and dominoes.
Listen. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know how to play dominoes right now today.
I would watch her go and work with the agency just to pay for us for court.
Or pay for your piano lessons.
Which, hey, I didn't do really well.
But you can sing.
I can't.
Yeah, but y'all was never hungry. Thanks to my homeboy back there. Thanks to my homeboy Randall. Go ahead, Mama. Go ahead.
I just want to say that
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
when I'm with my kids, you know, I get bossed around now because, you know, after you pass a certain age, they stop allowing you to be the mama, and then
They become the mama.
this one here, and this one here, I don't know what she's doing, but I get talked to like really bad on a regular basis. And sometimes we have conversations where I say, you know, I'm not doing this one, shit. And then I take off. But I want you to know, and then I'm gonna be quiet. When I got diagnosed with cancer, you know, for a lot of years, I wondered why God had given me these two.
Come on now.
I did.
Say it.
I'm a very honest person. I don't know how to tell a lie really good.
No, you don't.
And so, I was wondering. I said, "Well, Lord, why did you give me these two? You know, sometimes they're a headache. You know, they're beautiful, they're talented, but why?" And so then I got diagnosed with breast cancer. And just without asking or anything, this one here, at that particular time, she was married. So it was difficult for her in her own way. She never once told me no. When I had to go to the hospital for treatment, she showed up every time. I would drive myself there from work, and she would stay there. She would show up. She'd stay there while I was getting my chemo, and then she would put me in a wheelchair, roll me down to the car, and then she would drive me home. I was at her house. Okay, so me, after everything was over, you know, I thought I was good. I didn't once say to God, "Well, Lord, is there anything you want me to do?" I didn't say that. I just said, "Oh, great, I'm good." Okay, so 4 years in, was it 4 or 5?
4 or 5.
I go and I get a mammogram, and this time, this tumor was scary. It was huge. And then I said to myself, "Okay, Lord, I'm sorry I didn't listen. What was it that you wanted from me?" So this time, I ended up at Tina's house. Tina was home from tour. They got together, and they would take me to my treatment together. And sometimes, whatever port or whatever I had would kink up, and they would give me chemo through my vein. So this one here would go in there and just clown, literally. Want to know, why are you hurting my mother? Why can't you fix this? Why can't you do this?
That's right.
You know, on and on and on.
That's right.
And at that particular time, the only thing I could say to her was, "Baby, let's get this done. Let's get it over with. If we don't, if we have to stop, that means they're gonna do it another day. So let's just do this."
A big share.
I want you to know that the second time, I didn't realize how sick I was. They did. They had conversations with the doctor that I didn't have. And so I'm still working. I'm going to work every day. And apparently I'm looking like I'm about to pass out, look like death warmed over, whatever you want to call it. And it wasn't until they took a picture of me.
It was my anniversary.
It was at her anniversary dinner. They took a picture of me, and I said, "Who is that person?" And it was me. I was looking all ashy and like I had went on to wherever I was supposed to go, but that's when I realized, you know, when you make it through this is a blessing. And they took care of me. That's why I have those two. That's the reason why I strive to be the best person I can be. That's the reason why, no matter what they say, you know, they're always telling me, you know, I need to get out more, I need to do this, I need to do that. But the bottom line is that there are things that I really want to do, and I have my own thoughts about that, and I pay attention to the life that they're living. I'm grateful.
Amen. Yeah, that's a clap, Cupcake. That's a clap. That's a clap.
All of my children, I love them, and I'm grateful.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it didn't have to turn out like that.
Because everybody in this room is doing well.
It didn't have to turn out like that. And I understand that there are going to be moments in your life where you're not going to be at your best. You're not going to be comfortable. And there are things that are going to happen where you're going to need somebody. I'm still here.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you, Tony. Happy birthday, Mama.
Praise God.
I love you guys.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
I enjoyed every minute of it. Okay, that was an hour.
Yes, ma'am.